we are living in a unique era known as the Age of Aquarius, a time when intuition, sensitivity, and personal identity are valued more than ever over conformity to societal norms and rules. In this era, people are no longer judged merely by titles, degrees, or outward achievements, but by the level of honesty with themselves and their ability to understand and harness their inner potential. This is a time when personalization, self-awareness, and individual energy become each person's most valuable assets, forming the foundation for building a fulfilling and prosperous life. Over a century ago, Carl Jung, the great Swiss psychologist, predicted that the path to true success does not lie in accumulating knowledge or material wealth, but in understanding oneself deeply. He did not focus on markets or economic fluctuations. Instead, he observed and decoded the inner structures of the human soul. Jung pointed out that to live fully and unlock our potential, each of us must acknowledge and integrate all parts of ourselves, both light and shadow. Two central concepts in Jung's philosophy are individuation and the shadow. Individuation is the process of becoming the most complete version of yourself, harmonizing consciousness and the unconscious. It is a journey where you no longer live according to templates, others' expectations, or the masks society imposes, but instead live in alignment with your true nature. Individuation is not only recognizing your positive qualities, but also accepting, confronting, and harnessing the repressed aspects within, the parts commonly referred to as the shadow. The shadow is not something bad or to be eliminated. On the contrary, it holds untapped creative power, passions, and unique ideas that we often ignore out of fear of judgment or nonconformity. When you learn to face and integrate your shadow, you open the door to profound self-awareness, limitless creativity, and an internal energy source that has long remained unused. In other words, the truth about success and prosperity in the modern world no longer lies in chasing external standards, but in understanding, accepting, and developing the entirety of the person within you. Light and shadow, reason and emotion, patterns, and unique personality. When you harmonize with yourself, you not only discover inner freedom, but also unlock the capacity to create lasting value and cultivate a life rich in meaning and energy. In the modern world, the concept of making money is undergoing a profound revolution. In the past, success was often defined by long hours of hard work, degrees, certificates, or professional reputation. But today, true value no longer comes from grueling labor or following old patterns. It comes from living in alignment with your energy, truth, and personal identity. When you begin to understand and honor your true self, you realize that opportunities, clients, and money are not goals to chase, but natural results of living fully in alignment with yourself. This means that instead of trying to fit into societal standards or imitate others' success, you should focus on harnessing and radiating the unique value only you possess. Every individual carries a unique story, deep life experiences, lessons from failures, and unrealized dreams. These elements, when shared authentically, become the most powerful economic assets in today's world. For example, someone who has faced significant challenges in life can use those experiences to guide, inspire, or create products for people going through similar circumstances. When a personal story becomes a bridge, it not only helps others feel understood, but also opens natural business opportunities. This is why many creators, coaches, and authors today earn sustainable income, not through technical skills or credentials, but through authenticity, life experience, and the energy frequency they emit. Moreover, this way of earning allows you to build a flexible and meaningful life. Instead of being tied to stressful jobs or unsuitable plans, you align your career with your rhythm, energy, and personal passions. Money becomes a natural reflection of the value you create, rather than the result of forcing yourself to do what doesn't align with you. In other words, modern ways of earning involve living fully as yourself, combining energy, experience, and personal story. When you allow yourself to shine in your own way, you not only generate sustainable income, but also provide deep value to your community. In this world, honesty and personal identity are the new currency. And the more authentic you are, the richer you become, both spiritually and materially. In an era where personal identity is the most valuable asset, earning money is no longer about hard labor or following societal standards. Instead, an effective and sustainable income comes from harnessing your inner energy, authenticity, and life experience. When you live true to yourself, opportunities, clients, and money naturally come to you. Here are 5 ways to earn based on energy and personal identity, helping you develop financially while living authentically. Shadow-based storytelling. Everyone has deep experiences, challenges, failures, or periods of suffering that we often want to hide. Instead of concealing them, turn these experiences into powerful stories. This is the new economic identity. Audiences, readers, or clients do not seek perfection. They seek authenticity. Survivors share recovery journeys. Content creators share self-discovery processes, and authors transform experiences into books, courses, or digital products, harnessing this exact power. By storytelling from the shadow, you not only inspire but also create value that can translate into sustainable income. Soul-led guidance. You don't need degrees or certificates to become a guide, mentor, or coach. If you have undergone an inner growth journey, you possess experiences and empathy that no academic training can teach. Others come to you not for recognized expertise, but for your honesty, presence, and life story. Soul-led guidance can include consultations, personal development programs, or spiritual and life skill courses, where your experience becomes a remedy for others and a source of income. Creative transmutation. Creativity is not merely a hobby, it is the language of the soul. Any artistic product born from experience and self-integration can generate value. Paintings, poetry, music, digital assets, creative designs, or handmade products become special when infused with personal energy. When you remain true to yourself, clients don't just purchase a product, they connect with your energy and story. Authenticity is what gives creativity its value. Micro-content oracles, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Reels, and other short-form platforms are not just for entertainment. They are stages for sharing knowledge, insight, and profound life experiences. In just a few seconds, you can convey your energy, perspective, empathy, and vision. When viewers sense authenticity and presence in each video or post, they follow, connect, and are willing to pay for deeper value you provide, from workshops and consultations to digital products and premium services. Conscious community building. Creating safe spaces for people to learn, explore themselves, and grow is another way to turn identity into income. Platforms like Discord, Patreon, Substack, or private groups can become economic communities when participants find real value and connection. This is not about being a guru or absolute leader, but about fostering environments where people feel seen, understood, and connected. When trust and authenticity develop, money becomes a natural outcome of this deep connection. In the journey of transforming personal identity into sustainable income, the path is not always smooth. Carl Jung pointed out that within each of us exist inner patterns or archetypes which can block recognition and harnessing of our own value. These archetypes operate unconsciously, limiting us, causing self-doubt, or even rejecting opportunities for wealth without awareness. Understanding and working with these archetypes is crucial for money and opportunities to flow naturally. The good student. This archetype seeks approval, fears mistakes, and worries about being inadequate. They believe they must be perfect to deserve money or share value. They procrastinate on creating products, posting, or launching courses out of fear of failure or lack of recognition. The solution is to shift from seeking approval to sharing the process of growth and real experience, accepting imperfection while still creating value. The silent healer. This archetype appears in those who want to help and heal others but hesitate to accept money, seeing income as betraying their mission. They undervalue their time, energy, and effort. The solution is to acknowledge that money is an essential part of delivering value, allowing sustainable service and broader impact without guilt. The starving artist. This archetype believes authentic creativity must involve suffering, scarcity, or sacrifice. They think earning money diminishes artistic value. In reality, this is a limiting belief. The solution is to see money as a tool to amplify impact, bringing your work to more people rather than viewing it as a threat to creativity. The invisible one. This archetype hides their talent and minimizes presence to avoid judgment. They keep a small voice and conceal abilities. The solution is to step into the light, share values subtly but visibly, becoming a silent witness who is still recognized and appreciated. The overgiver. This archetype gives excessively, doing too much to feel worthy of receiving value. They burn out and block energy from returning to themselves. The solution is to learn to receive, establish healthy boundaries, and give from abundance rather than lack, creating a balanced flow between giving and receiving. Identifying, healing, and reestablishing relationships with these archetypes not only frees you from unconscious limits, but also opens the path for money, opportunities, and wealth to flow naturally. When you learn to collaborate with your inner self, you no longer need to chase or force things. Prosperity and success become natural consequences of wholeness and self-awareness. Turning personal identity and inner energy into sustainable income requires not only self-understanding, but also a strategy to live and work in alignment with your essence. This is how to create a thriving, energetic life while maintaining freedom, joy, and inspiration every day. Anchor into the core vibe. All essence-based money-making strategies begin with the natural energy you radiate, not roles, titles, or images. Ask yourself, at what frequency do you show up in others' lives? Do you bring peace, vitality, refinement, or joy? Building products, services, and content around this core energy makes everything flow naturally, attracting the right clients, community, and opportunities without force or performing. Build a resonant offering ecosystem. A smart strategy is to create a system from low to high, from free content or low-value products to signature programs, intensive courses, and paid communities. Free content, posts, videos, or personal insights serve as entry points to connect and build trust. Low-ticket products or workshops allow deeper experience. Signature programs and communities ensure long-term engagement, generating sustainable income and influence aligned with your energy. Time shape your life for joy and flow. Instead of forcing yourself into stressful schedules, align work with your biological rhythm, personal energy, and moments of vitality. Ask, when am I most creative? When am I most focused? Which clients or projects excite me? Designing work around your natural energy and timing enhances efficiency while maintaining joy and inspiration. Stay inside the ritual of creativity. Creativity is not just a hobby, it is a tool to maintain energy, clarity, and self-connection. Dedicate daily time for writing, drawing, dancing, meditation, or any activity connecting with core energy. This keeps inspiration abundant while servicing your creativity and energy frequency. Let your evolution lead your expansion. As you grow, the energy and value you provide naturally expand. Let inner growth guide the scope of work, product value, and service pricing. Raising your frequency attracts more opportunities, clients, and income. This is how to earn and live fully without forcing conformity, letting growth lead, creating a harmonious, energetic, and prosperous life system. True success today is no longer just account balances or numbers on paper. It is the harmony of energy, truth, and meaningful living you bring to yourself and the world. When you live authentically, integrating all parts of yourself, including suppressed or overlooked aspects, you not only become more complete, but also open doors for opportunities, and clients, and money to naturally come to you. Looking at how the world operates, we see a profound shift from old models to new ones. Previously, success was defined by hard labor, chasing fame, certificates, degrees, and pre-written formulas. The harder you worked, the more you suffered, the greater the reward. Today, reality is completely different. The old paradigm, grueling labor to earn money, is becoming obsolete. Automation technology, artificial intelligence, and the information explosion have rendered repetitive jobs redundant, while people and the value within them have become true assets. In the new era, energy, frequency, and personal truth are the new currency. People no longer pay only for products or services. They pay for experience, connection, emotion, and the energy you convey. When you are honest with yourself, express your true self, and share your story, experiences, and vision, you become magnetic, attracting the right people and opportunities. This is not luck, but a natural result of living consistently with your energy and personal values. The key is to integrate all parts of yourself, both radiant light and hidden shadows. Repressed aspects, forgotten dreams, or unacknowledged emotions are not barriers, but sources of creativity and latent power. Recognizing this, you can turn your life experiences into assets, stories, lessons, creative products, or meaningful services. Ultimately, success is no longer a struggle, a forced effort to achieve. It is a state of living in harmony with yourself, where energy and personal truth guide the way. When you live authentically, you will find that money, opportunities, and community come to you not as rewards, but as inevitable consequences of living fully, meaningfully, and energetically.